Alright, everyone, so welcome to this episode of the DarkSide Conversations. I'm your host, Lucifer on TTV. Before we get started, I like to just, shout out anybody that's new to my viewing, new to my stream, new to my podcast, new to my TikTok. I'm all over social media. If you go to my Twitch page, Lucifer on TTV is my Twitch name. Drop a follow, drop a subscribe. It has my links to my YouTube, my TikTok, my Twitter. Everything is on that page. I'll have them also on my TikTok bio and everything else. So you can click the drop down links. But make sure to hit that like button, hit that follow button. Make sure you're updated on when I post new videos. And throughout the week, we'll be streaming game nights. We'll be jumping in between different games. A lot of fun game nights, Goose Goose Duck, and some other stuff like streaming some ranked play Call of Duty, things of that nature. So tonight, let's talk about what they're calling the Call of Duty killer. The game that critics are saying is going to put the largest dent in the Call of Duty franchise.
This time.
So,
Yeah, after a few games, I'd get like, oh, fuck you, Raiden.
Out of there, Dabby. We're camping.
I was setting up, bro. I was about to give me.
Ah, the good old FPS.
how am I going to hit a 90 HP hit marker on Raiden and then shoot him again with a sniper?
Oh my gosh, Lucifer, get the sniper out of there.
Why? I'm quick.
That's wild.
Actually
Target down.
Yeah, you got a good team. My team's just not very good. I'm not gonna lie.
Additional hostiles neutralized.
Okay. Nothing I can do against that. No, Lucifer! You motherfucker!
You're right.
You. Slide out of it!
That's my time.
Gosh!
If you're fast enough, you can like
Lucifer.
literally break out of their
Just like
shot
that.
attack for like half a fucking second, and I gotta wait.
Bro, you have 8 health!
So, everybody by now has heard of XDefiant. It is a Ubisoft launched game. They've done a couple of betas already and have grown a large support for this game. One of the big key takeaways here is the actual creator and the lead project design engineer and founder, CEO, you could call it, of Infinity Ward during Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, the original Call of Duties, in my opinion, the greatest of the Call of Duties, where everything felt right, is actually joined the Ubisoft team. His first project when he came on board was starting XDefiant. So a lot of people are saying this game feels like OG Call of Duty, or feels nostalgic in the way the movement plays, the way the guns play. So that being said, I think a lot of that is to do with the fact that you have one of the original Infinity Ward members really pushing the creation of this game. I will agree, coming from people in my age group, mid-late 20s, we grew up high school, middle school playing those Call of Duties, and that's what we feel most familiar with, because as we get older, we fall off on what we're playing. We're not pulling all-nighters all weekend up with the boys and just grinding and having LAN parties playing these games. That's just done for us. Most of us has moved on into adult careers, family life, children. So we don't play as much. So when we come back and do play some of these newer Call of Duties, the way it feels so much different from what we put hundreds of hours into, we can tell it's different. So when you come back to XDefiant, and it feels like the game you put hundreds of hours into, it feels safe. It makes you feel like you are back in those days. It brings fun back into it. The new Call of Duties, the way the public match goes now with the skill-based matchmaking, you have one good game and you try and hop on one night after work, kid goes to bed, you just want to relax, play some first-person shooters. And then skill-based matchmaking comes into play and slaps you in the face because you've had one good game, so now you're sitting here playing against esports sweats, and you're just some regular 9 to 5 working dad who's just trying to find some relaxation time. It's not fun. Then you've got the ranked plays that you get into, you get to that certain point, esports sweats, and you're never going to progress further than that unless you actually spend time into the game. And for most of us, we don't have that. XDefiant is one of those games. Skill-based matchmaking, not even there. They do have a ranked play system, which will incorporate skill-based matchmaking based off your rank. I'm okay with that. You know, the guys, you know, me personally, I'm a little bit bigger of a gamer. Most, you know, late mid-20 dads, moms, they're not gonna sit here and game 3-4 hours a night. Every night. They're gonna play twice a week, hour, 2 hours maybe. So they don't want to have to sit here and grind to have the good stuff, have the meta guns, and invest the time to really just learn all the mechanics and how to read situations. They don't have the time to do that. XDefiant is old school fun. You can hop in this game, first guns you get, easy to progress your attachment systems. The guns feel comfortable. The recoil doesn't feel like everybody's going to have a Cronus or an aimbot to have a halfway decent shot. It feels like it used to. And to me, that's going to allow a lot bigger audience to come into this game. Also, with all the stuff with Microsoft purchasing Activision, where does that leave Call of Duty? Are we going to see Call of Duty transition to Xbox only? Are we going to see Call of Duty transition into some corporate grief like we saw Halo? Halo, frontrunner, one of the top games. Microsoft, bye-bye Bungie, here comes 343, hasn't been the same ever since. We can all agree to that point. So is that what's going to happen with Microsoft? Only time will tell. You still do have, you know, your other companies that, you know, Call of Duty alternates years on who's doing what. You still have a chance at some good games, but could XDefiant land its place and actually take down Call of Duty? I doubt it. Let's be honest. It's a name. No matter how you feel about brands, how you feel about politics, the name's always going to win. Look at Nike. Political issues across the board. What happens? Everybody's still wearing Nike. Call of Duty. Game may be garbage, but this younger generation that all they heard was people talk about Call of Duty and it's the first one they've got, they're going to love it. It's going to feel perfect to them because they didn't see the progression of the games. Personally, where's my time going to be spent? XDefiant. You've also got a lot of streamers. You know, look at what's going on with Nick Merckx. Made one tweet. And they took his bundle off the store and took his likeness package off the game over a tweet. Seems a bit much to me. I didn't know Captain Price was running for president, that we had to be so covered in our political basis for a first person. It's a first person shooter, guys. We've got zombies. We have a disclaimer in the beginning of the game for the campaign because odds are you're going to see some children die. You're going to see some civilians get shot up in an airport. Remember, no Russian. Everybody knows that move. You wiped out an entire airport of civilians and children. But we're going to worry about being that political about someone who makes a tweet? That we're going to remove him from the game? It's not what it once was. Let's be honest. Now, personally, I believe XDefiant will make a dent. I believe if Ubisoft plays their cards right, especially right now, they're talking about a release in late summer. Most people are speculating sometime mid to late August. The betas have felt complete. I haven't felt any issues that to me, would limit a game from being pretty much ready to release. So would it not be better to capitalize on the headlines with Call of Duty right now? You're canceling your biggest streamers. You're getting bought out by Microsoft. To me, now's the time for go for the blow. Hit that final punch. Drop XDefiant. Boom. Everything going on, it's just going to push more people to the game. Not to mention, it's free to play. Call of Duty went to Warzone being free to play. Blew up. People are still buying the game. But you've got a lot of people that love the free to play system. XDefiant is not just a battle royale free to play. It is the entire game free to play. Look at the benefits here. Personally, XDefiant's going to be a 10 out of 10 for me. I have clips that I'll link in here. I'll probably work them into the video in places, put them at the end, put them in key points of some gameplay that I've had. And you'll even hear the conversations. I'll put in the dialogue with me and some friends playing the game, and it sounds like there's no stress. Call of Duty, you're out here calling out. Each trash can has a call out location in the game. XDefiant, you're laughing, you're cutting up, you're having fun. It feels like we used to. To me, that's what's going to be the biggest factor to winning people over. Hopefully we'll see a release. I'm hoping for early August at the latest. Things are hinting at later August. They did make an announcement that we'll see it before the first Monday in September, which just so happens to be the last weekend of August is right before that Monday. Are we looking at a Friday release? Let everybody... I mean, that works perfect. You drop a Friday release, everybody's got the weekend, stay up a little later, spend a little extra time on the game. It's just going to draw more people to it. Your streamers... Even during the beta, there were two people that really capitalized, in my opinion, on the streaming aspect of it. None of your big names really spent a lot of time streaming it. So it's going to be an open room for somebody, a small streamer, medium streamer, to really get a niche and get a grasp on a game like Clayster has on Call of Duty, or like Lunchtime has on Call of Duty. It's going to give someone their chance to say, I'm a streamer, and I'm at the top of the page for this game. Hey, I'm going to try and throw my hat in there. To each his own. In my personal opinion, you can see I'm a big rep for Call of Duty. I always have been. Love the games. I've bought every single one of them because I bought into the name. Have I enjoyed them as much? Not really. I play on the competitive side, so I've always missed that pub stomping aspect of hopping on with some friends and just running through some public matches, just enjoying it, listening to people rage. It just felt great. We haven't been able to do that in a long time. XDefiant, that's where we did it. That's all we did. And it felt amazing. The beta felt more complete than a Call of Duty release, if we're being honest. The movement felt smooth. It didn't feel, a lot of people say there's too much movement in Call of Duty and the next one comes out, oh my gosh, the movement's terrible. XDefiant felt like a perfect middle ground for movement. You've still got your slide feature. You've still got your high sensitivity guys that can sit here and swipe in and out of gunfire. But it was never to the point that you see guys bunny hopping around 3 walls out a window and doing a backflip to kill you while you blink. But it still had that aspect of movement. So hopefully XDefiant takes off. Hopefully XDefiant does well. I know I'm personally rooting for it big time. I'm even going to start branding some XDefiant slogans and logos onto some apparel to put out on my store just because that's how much I love the game. So that being said, I'm going to bring this short first time podcast, what we're going to do, to a close. looking at probably recording a podcast maybe 2 or 3 times a week, short 15, 20 minutes, drop into some gaming news, go over what's happening, what's new in the gaming world, what the big talk is. We'll swap it up from time to time. Mainly this channel is going to be focused on gaming news and updates. So if you want to know more about XDefiant, drop a follow, drop a like, feel free, shoot me a message. Let's talk about it. I love to hear other opinions. As always, thanks for being here tonight. Lucifer out.
Oh my gosh, you're fucking trolling me.
Friendly capture zone contested.
I will be on.
Friendly going for zone B.
On. Yeah, just don't force it on anybody.